boat behind me is a lovely example of a Nordhavn 60. Flagship International, one of Australia's premier luxury boat brokers, managing the sale of this boat, and they've invited me along as their guest today to take you on board and give you a full tour of what I know will be a very, very popular boat for everybody. So let's jump on board and do the tour. If you're watching the video and you haven't seen a walkthrough video of a Nordhavn before, they don't need much introduction given their status in terms of explorer motor yachts. But if you're not familiar, they're a absolutely stunning American built true explorer yacht, ocean crossing capability, real battleships. These things are really meant to take on the toughest weather and bring their owners home safely and in great comfort. We'll just come in through the transom door onto the aft cockpit. So we've got a really nice seating arrangement here for 6 people with a nice place to dine and enjoy things. All obviously under the complete protection of this hardtop. And you might have spotted that you can see there's some rod holders running across the underside of the roof here. So clearly the owners of this boat have been doing some fishing whilst they've been on their adventures, and there's also a rod holder on the starboard side. Terrific. So we're going to do all areas. We're going to take you forward and up onto the raised pilot house, but what we'll do is we'll come into the main deck salon and take a look. It's a beautiful aesthetic that Nordhavn do. It obviously leans in towards more a classic aesthetic, these lovely dark timbers, but they do it with such elegance and such style. It really is executed really beautifully. So dining, lounging space here, I'd say for 5 or 6 people, probably 6 people pretty comfortably. Really nicely connected into the galley like this. There's like this bar area here, really nice breakfast bar area, place for people to talk and communicate in the galley and at the dining table. I think that works particularly well. And then just on the starboard side, there's also space here for some lounging chairs. So a great place of an evening to stop and relax and look forward to the day ahead. Those steps take us up onto the raised pilot house, but we're going to take 2 steps down so you can get a better look at the galley. So we've got a 4-burner electric hob with these big substantial fiddles there to keep things in place. Oven like this, and then very, very generous refrigeration. You can see there those really big sturdy handles to keep everything in place. And here's a view from the galley out again to the rest of the salon. Big sinks, really nice big 20mm stone bench tops, really nice finish. You'd expect that with Nordhavn, but that is what you get. Beautiful. There's more on the main deck to show you. Those stairs will take us down to the guest accommodation. We are going to take a look at that. But this particular Nordhavn has a cabin on the main deck for the owner, like this. Again, it's a contemporary style. It leans into a classic aesthetic, but beautiful. Nice big port side opening window sections. Plenty of storage. Clearly, if you're going away for extended periods of time, you need a lot of that. This is nice, isn't it? It's like a library section here, tuck away 15 or 20 of your favourite books. That'd be very nice. Nice features with the curved finishing on the doors and on the archways. That's carried out through the whole of the boat. That's particularly nice. And then the ensuite head is finished like this. Again, the same nice 20mm stone. That's carried through to the floor as well. And then a very generous separate shower stall. Beautifully finished. Like that. So there is a way forward to the second of the guest accommodation. And we're in the bow of the boat now. And this would be the VIP cabin. The headroom in here is excellent. Even if there's one or two steps up, it's very, very good. Vast amounts of storage under the bed, as you can see. Plenty of storage around at head height. A lovely space to do some work, consider your next adventure, catch up on emails. Great little office. And then behind this door, there's hanging locker space. Like that. Pretty generous, in fact, beautifully lined as well. This cabin has, again, another ensuite head, finished in the same way as we saw previously. Separate shower stall. The boat's beautifully presented by Flagship International. Really are showing it off in its best light. Like that. So we'll come back up these stairs and we'll keep the tour going, because now we're in the raised pilot house. Now this is the area where people I know who love Nordhavn videos really get excited, because for obvious reasons it's where that sense of adventure really starts to kick in. All of the boats switching is located really conveniently underneath the helm, and then all of the navigation, all of the redundancy that's built into Nordhavn's are on display here. Got the 4 big multi-function displays. This is one of those infrared systems. They're brilliant, aren't they? They're spotting differences in temperature. So that's fantastic when you're underway at night, to be able to spot things that are either a bit warmer than the water temp, or even things that are cold like icebergs. They'll show up as dark images on screen, so that's particularly clever. Thrusters over there, the big Nordhavn steering wheel. Terrific. All through that forward sloping windscreen. It's good stuff. Just behind me is an area for guests to come and talk to the skipper Nice socialising space. Stay connected. Just behind us here is another cabin. Now, obviously, because we're on the raised Pilothouse, if you were going to have someone come along and skipper the boat for you, this would be their accommodation. It's a double, nice size. Obviously your feet tuck in there, out of the way, but very, very comfortable. Hanging lockers there, more storage there, and then just in front of us there's a separate head like this. So this could serve as the boat's day head, of course, very comfortably. We'll close that up. We'll move out through one of the two doors out onto the side decks, and we'll have a look at the forward deck area through the Portuguese bridge and out onto the forward deck. So there's those hatches that we spotted in that VIP guest stateroom in the bow. If I come forward, you'll be able to see that we've got Nordhavn's big anchor extending out over the bow. Windlass. And there's access down there to chain lockers as a helicopter buzzes over. Like that. And if I spin around, you get a nice view back to that Pilothouse and then up to the Flybridge, where we haven't been but we will go next. So we'll trace our way back this way. There's still a few areas to show you. If we come all the way back here, you'll see here's where we'll find Nordhavn's tender. It's a pretty good size tender at that. I'd say this would be, I reckon that's a good 4 metres. So clearly we've got a big crane there that's going to pick this tender up and lower it down over the side so that the owners and guests can have the adventures that come with owning an adventure yacht like a Nordhavn. It's terrific. And then the last area to show you is the Flybridge, and that's accessed up these stairs. The bridge, there's an area here for people to come and join in, keep the captain happy or the owner happy, keep them company. And from here it's a compelling and commanding view out over the bow of the boat, isn't it? Even though we're butted up to another boat, it's pretty spectacular. Like that. All under the hard top. Brilliant. There is a ladder up onto the roof to clean or service the navigation, radar, all of those things. Masts are all up there and accessible from that ladder. So I'll take this ladder back down, and the last area to show you is the engine room. This takes us down into the engine room and this utility area. So we might just stop here for a sec. So clearly a place to work, do repairs, anything of that sort. And this could be racked out probably in a few different ways. Laundering facilities, washers and dryers tucked in behind here. And then directly behind us is the engine room. So let's step in here and I'll describe to you what we've got. So the engine in front of us is a single John Deere, 340 horsepower, obviously diesel engine. This is on a straight shaft drive, and obviously it's not about top speeds with Nordhavns, it's about long range, steady, reliable cruising. There is also a 65 horsepower wing engine on a separate shaft drive, so that's what's in front of us over here, and it's all about redundancies. So this is that separate wing engine here, so that has its own shaft drive. As we said earlier, it is all about durability and long range cruising. So at speeds of around 5 to 6 knots, with the amount of fuel that's on board, which is nearly 2,300 US gallons, that range will be around 6,000 nautical miles. If we go a little bit quicker, around 7 to 8 knots, probably around 2,200 nautical miles. And towards top speed of 8 to 9 knots, around 1,400 nautical miles. But as we said before, it's not really about how fast the boat goes, it's about how long the boat goes. There's a huge lazarette through here. I'll just crawl through so you can see that. We've got all lithium batteries through here. We've got fenders if you were having any sort of diving gear or any of those sorts of toys. They could be stored here. You can see there's some racking for fishing up there. But to have a lazarette with this much space, particularly handy. And that little ladder there pops up onto the aft cockpit deck. So there you go. So I'll just spin around so you can see one more view of the engine room. Over there you can see fuel filters, fire extinguisher system, like that. Alright, I think we've seen pretty much everything there is to see, every square inch of the boat. I'm going to go back up and we'll wrap this one up. Yes, there you go, a full walkthrough tour of a lovely example of a Nordhavn 60. I loved it, fantastic. Explorer motor yachts, awesome. But I'll see you next week on another video. Bye for now.